There's gotta be a little rain sometime.
I ask people in the neighborhood, you got to keep planting the garden. You got to keep growing the flowers and keeping things going. Geraldine Ray's in the studio. Good morning. How are you?
I am excellent.
We've got a fall event that's coming up that folks really need to just take a minute and hear about this great stuff because it sounds pretty exciting. What's going on?
It is. So often we have or we hear just about planting gardens, all spring talk, and then we hear about harvesting. We never hear about what should I do before winter hits to really put things to bed. The Prairie Potters Master Gardeners have contacted a couple of excellent speakers. One of them, Dr. Amanda Bachman, is going to come in and talk about the insects that you may see in the fall. We always have an invasion of different types of spiders,
Yes.
other things that are coming in to find a warm spot to spend the winter. And then also, we hear a lot about no-till farming.
Yes. What's that all about?
We're going to talk no-till gardening,
Nice.
and that means you don't till your garden. Now, it takes me a while to wrap my
Yes,
head around
yes,
this,
yes.
but there are several master gardeners that are now practicing this. To assist with the background of how important no-till is, we're also going to have a rainfall simulator demonstration.
Nice. Show you
And
how it works under the ground.
this is, a machine that simulates rainfall. We have several different examples of soil makeup. And then what you're going to witness is how that rainfall is either absorbed by the soil or the amount of runoff and what that runoff takes with it, which is important to all of us.
Yeah, it's taking all the minerals and all the good stuff out.
Well, it takes topsoil
Sure.
also. So a couple of very, very interesting subjects.
Yeah.
This is all going to take place Thursday evening, this Thursday, the 20th, at 7 o'clock at the SDSU Extension Office
All right.
in the Kenyon Building on Sioux Avenue.
Okay. Well, be there, folks. It's very interesting to anybody that likes to garden. This is just like one more step of knowledge to kind of help you out. You know, you can avoid some pitfalls this way.
Yes, because if you think about the no-till gardening, it's, I'll just let everything die in my garden, and maybe next year we'll chop it up a little bit, or this year I'll chop it up. There might be some of that garden residue that you want to take out
Oh, okay.
because it could.
Counterproductive kind of thing.
Yes, well, but not only that, but if there's any chance of a disease,
Oh,
it will
sure.
overwinter in those plants and drop down into your soil. So
yeah.
it's not that you just go out and say, okay, I think I'll just put everything through a shredder. It's not that easy.
Doesn't work that way. Okay.
No.
Well, and it helps. I'm sure there's some folks have been having issues year after year, and maybe have even gave up on having a garden. Maybe this is the issue.
Well, and I think everyone is looking at the price of water perhaps going up, and they're saying we're going to have to cut back. But guess this no-till gardening could be your solution
Well, there you
because
go.
of the content and the cover that's now on your soil.
I predict in the future we're going to see a lot of folks trying to sell their tillers online.
It could be. I hope so.
I hope so because I need one.
Okay. We're talking no-till here. We're talking no-till.
Well, just for my museum of gardening.
Oh, okay.
So I'll
Okay.
do that for. Well, that's very interesting. It's great stuff. How has your grow season gone? How's your summer gone? Have you had a good year?
I have, and I've heard a lot of other gardeners. We always have a lot of tomato questions. I had only one crop of tomatoes this year. Well, we need to check your plants to see if you have an all-season tomato plant.
There's different ones. There's one
Yes.
one and dones, and there's yeah.
I'll just give you everything you want.
Okay.
And I've heard a lot of zucchini being given away, which
Mhm.
happens every year. And of course, the squash and the pumpkin, melons are just coming in right now. I know that some of our gardening friends to the north and maybe to the south of us suffered a real loss due to the hail.
Yeah,
But it
a lot of
came
folks.
at a time when they had picked enough produce that they were satisfied.
I just feel so sad for, makes me really, really sad thinking about all those orphan zucchinis out there.
I bet it
Nowhere
does.
to, nowhere to go. Anybody leaves their car open, just put them in there.
That's it. We have the zucchini. We have the zucchini friend
Mhm.
sneaking around the corner.
Well, this is interesting. A lot of folks, like myself, what do you do in the fall when the fall comes? What do you take out of there? What do you leave in there? There's
That's
got to be
right.
good and bad both ways, so this is how you find out, folks. Don't miss out on it. Thursday, what's the specifics once again? What time should they show up and where?
Uh, the seminar is going to begin at 7 o'clock
Okay.
with Dr. Bachman talking about the insects. It's located at the SDSU Extension Office, and that is in the Kenyon Building, um, 412 West Missouri,
Yes. Over by the park.
over by the Crop Park, across from Steamboat Park.
If I know where it is, everybody knows where it
Yes.
is.
And watch for the monarchs.
Oh, yes. They're
We are
everywhere.
so happy this year because we've seen more monarchs than
Mhm.
we've seen in past years, which means they may be coming back.
That's very important, and it's great that everybody's taking part and planting the right things and helping it happen.
Yes.
Well, very good. Interesting stuff. Folks, get out there. Geraldine Ray, Master Gardener. We learn when she comes on the air, and we did today, that's for sure. Ma'am, thank you so much for coming on.
Well, thank you for having me.
People in the Neighborhood on a Tuesday, proudly brought to you by Vila's Pharmacy and McDonald's.
McDonald's and Pierre is hiring. This is Stacy Lee, the general manager of the Pierre McDonald's. We are offering flexible scheduling, advancement opportunities.